if you go to look at our phone call logs, out of the 10, 15 years that we probably known each other, we probably talked on the phone 10 times.
Me, when I was going through anything with Kirk, you don't reach out to me and check on me and see if I'm okay. So I'm yet again confused on why you're so focused on being upset with me when there's bigger fish to...
The night that Yandy and Kirk believed would never happen is about to happen, and guess what? Rasheeda is going to drag them both through the dirt. The truth is so outrageous that it will leave you speechless. So the question is, what were they hiding? What could possibly be so big and scandalous that Rasheeda, the very woman they have tried to silence, is willing to risk everything and reveal their deepest secret? The drama you thought you knew is nothing compared to what's about to happen. Isn't just another small argument, people. This is the real deal. We're talking betrayal, lies, and a night that will rattle the foundation of the truth about these reality TV stars is going to get much darker than anyone could have predicted. So hold on tight, because what we're about to delve into will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Yandy Kirk and Rasheeda. Rasheed has been concealing this for far too long, and now she's flipping the script. You never saw this coming, and trust me, you won't either. Can only result from behind-the-scenes secrets, treachery, and a night that no one saw coming. Let's set the scene. Yandy and Kirk are two names that have been at the center of numerous scandals, many of which we have seen unfold on screen. However, you may be surprised to learn that there is more to their drama than that. There is a dark secret that has been carefully kept hidden until now. And Rasheeda Ever, the unpredictable force, has finally had enough and is prepared to reveal the truth. And it's going to alter the way you view these two. That being said, let's go back a little, because this isn't a complete coincidence. Yes, Yandy and Kirk have had their share of public run-ins. They've been exposed in falsehoods, dubious circumstances, and occasionally even highly dubious moments. However, this is a completely different level of betrayal, and it goes deeper than any drama on screen. We're talking about a night so explosive that it seems like it was intended to remain hidden from the world, buried beneath layers of rumors and gossip. Rasheeda, for reasons we still don't fully understand, chose to reveal the truth in the middle of things. Rasheeda's revelations are set to change the entire story about Yandy and Kirk. Could she have been planning this moment for months, or did she simply feel that it was time to speak up? Whatever the case, let's discuss why Rasheeda, who has a complicated past with these two, decided that now was the right time to unveil them, and more importantly, why she chose this specific secret. According to people close to the situation, Rasheeda had been holding on to this information for some time, and she was fully aware of the affair that Yandy and Kirk had been having. Hiding for so long, but why now? Well, it seems like the straw broke the camel's back after a recent altercation that pushed Rasheeda to her breaking point. According to sources, Rasheeda saw something at a recent event, a private gathering between Yandy and Kirk, that seemed innocent at first but quickly escalated. There was tension in the air, and it was obvious that something was wrong. Being the astute woman that she is, Rasheeda knew exactly what she was seeing, knowing that there was more than just casual conversation taking place behind closed doors. The night that changed everything was a night that no one, not even Yandy and Kirk themselves, expected to be exposed. What they thought was a secret rendezvous turned into a ticking time bomb waiting to explode in their faces, and worse, their perfect relationship. Rasheeda figured out that there's usually more going on than meets the eye, and that's exactly what happened. What exactly did Rasheeda learn that night? To put it simply, Yandy and Kirk were caught in the act. They thought they were being smart, but they underestimated Rasheeda's instincts. What was supposed to be a casual night out for them turned into a crucial turning point in the story. A night of whispered words and stolen glances that would later become the focus of a massive public scandal. But wait, this isn't just about a simple affair. Oh no, this is bigger. Power, betrayal, and manipulation. Although Kirk and Yandy may have believed they were in control of the situation, Rasheeda wasn't having it and is now prepared to reveal every detail. The leaked reports are clear, and Rasheeda has documents, photos, and recordings that demonstrate the affair was more than a one-time error. Rather, it was a planned sequence of events that left Rasheeda reeling. Now that it's all coming to light, the relationship between Kirk and Yandy was based on deception, manipulation, and false pretenses, and Rasheeda is prepared to demonstrate to the world just how profound the rabbit hole. But the main question is still why Rasheeda waited until now to expose them. The answer is found in the intricate web of their relationships and the personal betrayals that preceded this point. As you can see, Rasheeda's history with Yandy and Kirk isn't as straightforward as it may appear. Rather, their tensions date back a long way. These weren't just any two people. Instead, they had a complex and frequently antagonistic bond that had fueled the fire of competition and envy over time, making Rasheeda feel as though she was being ignored. Rasheeda had always known something wasn't right between the two, but she couldn't prove it until now. Armed with indisputable evidence, Rasheeda was prepared to make her move. But was it personal, or was she just attempting to shed light on a toxic situation that was about to implode? Perhaps a little bit of both, but one thing is for certain. Rasheeda's truth bomb is one that can't be ignored. She's out for blood and she's taking no prisoners. Now that the pieces of the puzzle are beginning to fall into place, it's time to explore the core of this scandal. And let me tell you that what we're about to uncover is more than just a simple affair. It's a complex web of deceit, manipulation, and betrayal that has completely upended the reality TV industry. If you found Rasheeda's shocking revelation shocking, wait until you hear the rest of the story. This isn't just about an affair between Yandy and Kirk. No, it's about a much deeper conspiracy, and we're going to dissect it like never before. Let's begin with the hard facts. Rasheeda didn't just expose an affair, she exposed a deliberate, long-standing operation to manipulate public perception. According to leaked reports, Yandy and Kirk, two of the most well-liked and notorious stars in the love and hip-hop franchise, have been living double lives behind the cameras for years. They have been plotting, hiding their secret trajectories, and manipulating the public like puppets. The affair wasn't just an accident, it was a purposeful act that had been carefully planned. Sources close to the matter have revealed shocking details about the extent of their deceit. The public-facing personas of Yandy and Kirk are the picture-perfect couple who constantly post happy photos on social media and appear to have it all together when they attend events. However, behind closed doors, the relationship was founded on lies from the beginning, according to a source who was close to the family. These were not just innocent hookups. They were part of a larger scheme to leverage their celebrity status for profit, fame, and power. Both of them were close at the time, and they were always texting and meeting up in secret to plan how to keep their affair a secret while maintaining their flawless public image. What's even more bizarre is that they were using their relationship to control the other cast members and consequently their fans. The affair wasn't just a side dish, it was a part of a much bigger game they were playing. Kirk and Yandy both understood how crucial their reputations were to their careers, but in reality, their relationship was far from ideal. It was poisonous, full of secrets, and all about who could use whom to get to the top. Regarding them, other cast members were drawn into the mess. According to sources, while Yandy and Kirk were skulking behind Rasheeda's back, they were also planning complex plots to manipulate the show's plot so they could maintain their position of prominence for as long as possible. They were continuously feeding producers false narratives, putting others in the wrong, and playing the victim when it suited them. However, Rasheeda wasn't going to sit back and let it all happen. No, she had long seen through their act, and this was her opportunity to reveal the truth about what she discovered during her investigation into their covert life. One of the most shocking revelations came from a source who claimed that Yandy and Kirk had been using their affair as a bargaining chip to control their careers. It was not just the affair, it was everything that came with it. Leaked financial documents revealed that they had been keeping money off the top of their various ventures and allegedly using their reality TV income to fund personal businesses, all while making it seem as glamorous and carefree as what we saw on screen. In essence, their affair was being used as leverage to get better deals for themselves while keeping everyone else in the dark. If this is true, we're talking about a huge scandal that could result in criminal charges, but it gets even more bizarre, because Rasheeda's sources also revealed some extremely shady business practices. They claim that Kirk and Yandy were transferring money from their own production companies into offshore accounts that concealed their earnings in order to avoid paying taxes. We're talking about anonymous sources who have come forward with insider information that completely flips the script. One insider revealed that there was a massive power struggle between Yandy Kirk and the rest of the cast, apparently using their affair to keep everyone else in line. The moment anyone questioned them, they were threatened with a massive scandal that could destroy their careers. There's also the leaked audio. Yes, you read that right. from a private conversation between Yandy and Kirk that was recently discovered. In it, they can be heard discussing their affair in shocking detail, planning how to keep it under wraps while also making sure they remain the most talked about couple in the franchise. They even go so far as to make fun of their fans for believing the false image they've created for themselves, referring to their public humiliation on national television. Fans who once loved Yandy and Kirk are now reeling from the betrayal, and social media is exploding with outrage, with even former cast members chiming in with their own opinions. The scandal is about to blow up, and there's no turning back. But what does this mean for Yandy Kirk and Rasheeda? The fallout from this scandal is only just getting started. The audience is being viewed as nothing more than naive fools. That the network may be forced to take legal action against Yandy and Kirk, possibly removing them from the show completely. There have even been rumors of government investigations into the financial misconduct, and if those reports are accurate, this could become a full-fledged criminal investigation. With the truth now out, the careers of both Kirk and Yandy could be in danger of completely collapsing. Now that the truth has been revealed, it's time to examine the fallout from this huge scandal. Kirk and Yandy believed they could keep their sinister secrets hidden indefinitely. But as we all know, every lie eventually finds its way back. Their financial manipulation, their web of deceit, and the fallout from their affair are extensive, and will have consequences that neither of them ever anticipated. It's not just about their personal lives anymore. It's about their careers, their reputation, and their future in the industry. To start, let's talk about the public backlash. Fans who once looked up to Yandy and Kirk as the ultimate power couple are now turning against them more quickly than you can say scandal. Social media is ablaze with rage, and hashtags are all over the internet. As we've seen time and time again with public figures, the moment you're exposed for something this shocking, the vultures start circling. Former cast members who were once afraid to speak out are now coming forward with their own stories. It's like a domino effect, with each revelation making the situation worse for Yandy and Kirk. They are nothing more than cheaters, liars, and manipulative opportunists. The fallout has been so severe that their brand deals are being revoked, their endorsements are dwindling, and their supposedly flawless image is collapsing faster than a house of cards. One former cast member disclosed that Kirk had used his role as a producer to manipulate storylines and pressure others into silence, while his secret affair was going on in the background. Not to mention the explosive nature of the financial side of things. Leaked documents have now surfaced that show the extent of the financial mismanagement and potential criminal activity that Kirk and Yandy were involved in, including tax evasion, money laundering, and other shady business. Kirk had once attempted to blackmail a fellow cast member to keep quiet about her affair with Kirk, threatening to ruin their career if they didn't comply. Practices are now being exposed, and the accusations are so serious that they have sparked calls for a full-scale investigation. We could be discussing federal charges, fines, and possibly even jail time for the two of them. Their wealth, status, and industry influence may have shielded them up until now, but the truth is indisputable, and the law will eventually catch up with them. Let's now discuss the potential legal repercussions of all of this. We have already discussed the mounting pressure for an official investigation, but what does that actually mean for Yandy and Kirk? The network is being closely watched. The legal team is reportedly reviewing contracts in an attempt to find a way to distance themselves from the scandal without seriously harming the brand, but the damage has already been done. No amount of PR stunts or contract renegotiations can save them from the wave of backlash that is coming their way. But it doesn't stop there. According to people familiar with the matter, there are even rumors that the network may decide to cancel the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise, as the show has already been declining in recent years as the media frenzy continues to swirl. Around them, it's becoming more and more obvious that both Yandy and Kirk are in a race against time to salvage what little they have left. If this scandal gets any bigger, it could be the last nail in the coffin for the series. Kirk's shady business dealings have made him a prime target for authorities, and while Yandy and Kirk may think they can weather the storm, they're facing a storm of unprecedented proportions. Yandy's reputation is in ruins, and they both have no choice but to either come clean and face the consequences of their actions, or fight back with more lies and deceit. But here's the twist. Is there more to this story than meets the eye? There's a theory that the whole scandal was staged to increase ratings and revitalize the Love and Hip Hop brand. If Yandy and Kirk were really out to ruin their careers, Why would they release so much damaging information about themselves? Could it be that they're playing a long game, using the media's obsession with scandal to fuel a comeback? There is no such thing as bad press, right? But let's avoid getting too caught up in conspiracy theories. The truth is that things are getting out of hand, and there is no way to undo the harm that has already been done. Yandy and Kirk's reputation is in ruins, and it's difficult to imagine how they'll ever win back the trust of their fans, the industry, or their fellow cast members. The financial ramifications are huge, and the legal repercussions are hanging over them. What was once a dream life of fame and fortune has now devolved into a nightmare of betrayal, lies, and shattered illusions. Now, let's talk about the final nail in the coffin, Rasheeda. As much as Yandy and Kirk would like to brush this whole scandal under the rug, she is not backing down. In fact, she is doubling down with the evidence she's gathered and the public's gaze. Support behind her, she's already getting offers from producers who want to have her as a mainstay in future seasons. She's also reportedly in talks with a number of high-profile media outlets about possibly revealing even more shocking details about the affair, including text messages, photos, and exclusive interviews with people close to Yandy and Kirk. The public is gorging on Rasheeda's bravery and determination to reveal the truth, and Yandy and Kirk are left to pick up the broken pieces of their careers. The world of love and hip-hop will never be the same, and we can't wait to see what happens next. But we want to know what you think. Is this the end for Yandy and Kirk? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? The damage has been done, and there's no turning back the love, loyalty, and fame they once had. Tell us in the comments section below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking tales and scandals that you won't find anywhere else. The truth is out there, and we'll always be the first to tell you about it. Awaiting.